Welcome back to Shooter's Growing Show. It's September the 1st, so I thought maybe we'd do a ride through the whole farm instead of just part of it. This is a 10-acre piece that we got back in '98 and started building on it in '99. We built my wife's shop first, and then in 2000 we built my shop up there where I have my grow, and the house was done in 2002, shortly before my son's birthday, my youngest. Anyway, this is the place, the farm. It's back up against timberland, so you can't really see the place from the road. We got acres of land that buffers us between us and them. This is the basement. We got our bedroom in the basement, everything upstairs. The rest of the deck and the gazebo. The deck's getting refinished this year. It had gone too long before it had any work done to it, so it's in the process of being sanded down and refinished. This is looking down through my woods. There's the goats and the horse. The goats and the horse are some of my favorite animals. Not to hang out with, just I like their poop. Huckleberry bush. This is my doggie, Freya. She's half pit. She likes to run. That's our garden. We've been gardening there since we came down in '09. We put in wood beds at first, and then that was starting to rot away, so we built them. Well, my wife formed them up and poured concrete. She built that little greenhouse over there, just like she built mine. And she actually recovered all the materials from her mom's old barn that was across the creek from us, and she built that barn by herself. She's a pretty handy woman to have around. She built that run-in on her shop as well. Up here we have one of the things that gives me my name as Shooter. This is my shooting bench. The guy that did all the rock work down around the basement and in the gazebo, he built this shooting bench for me. And anyway, it shoots straight through there over towards that shooting berm. This is 100 yards just past my shop. This is the upper part of the property. This is a little fenced off area that will, when we need to clean the barn or whatever, my wife will put her goats up here to keep them out of her hair. And it used to be the pen where we used to keep the buck when we were breeding. Everything has been cleared up till the last 3 years. There's some new stuff that's come down that the goats have knocked down, or the wind, that I need to clear out of there. I've been working at a 502 farm for the last 3 years until, well, just recently, as you've probably heard, that I've quit. Couldn't stomach the BS anymore, so I got out. Anyway, that's the buck pen that was there. We just put it together with pallets. I put dirt bike and quad trails throughout this. When I was clearing all this out, I would drag all the limbs and debris out. As you can see, I got a lot more to recover now. Now that I'm not working, I can get back in here and start cleaning this back up again. I'm going to build some Hugel style beds and use all this material in that. Well, not all of it, mostly the alder and maples. I won't use too much fir in it. I'll just use the fir as firewood. But it was all limbed. All these have been limbed up, and I cleared all the brush out. And because I used to be a firefighter in a previous life when I was younger, in Idaho. I worked firefighting for 3 summers when I was in high school, and that was a pretty nice job. I really enjoyed doing that. This is towards the top end of the property. It's shaped differently because we wanted a maximum creek line down there because we have the water rights to that creek. Established back when this was part of the original homestead. It was acquired off the Homestead Act. This is the corner post at the northwest corner of the property. All this used to be, I used to have, well, I still do, I got a brush hog that I run up and down this and knock it down once a year just to keep the fire hazard at a minimum. You know, I limbed up all my trees so that when it gets dry and they pucker down, they're not on the ground. I need to get a ladder back here and clean up some more of those because, as you can see, they're reaching down pretty good now. It's been a really dry summer here. That's the property line. It's a trail that goes off into the timberland behind us. And anyway, as you can see the difference. That's what my property used to look like, and now it looks like this. You know, I have a cedar house, so I wanted to do everything that I could, and that's one of the reasons why I established this trail up and around the property lines, so that I have a fire break. Just cedar house. I don't want to lose my house to a forest fire, so I did my due diligence. I try to be a good steward to the land and everything, and I reuse all this stuff. If it's not for Hugel style beds, it'll be firewood. But you know, and the goats eat on this stuff a lot. They really love the blackberries. There's the property line there. I need to get back in here, like I said, and do a lot more work. But I want to do some Hugel beds back in here. I want to do some terrain smoothing and maybe put in a swale or two to direct some of the water, because this really is a rainforest in the wintertime and the fall and the spring, you know. I have about a mile's worth of trail that I'll ride my dirt bike on and have little poker runs with the kids and things like that. Of course, they're not so much into it anymore as far as trail riding. They much prefer riding their MX bikes at the motocross tracks. They like that air time they get. I call this down here my land race area. I used to do pheno hunts down here. I started breeding plants to be acclimated to this microclimate that we have here in Southwest Washington, and I've got a strain that I call Shooter's Doobie that's I've gotten up to the 6th generation now. That's been bred with Lionheart bag seed and Zamaldelica from Ace Seeds, his F1 Zamaldelica.